Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Cassie Scallon after her second place finish at the 2015 Lake Sonoma. How you doing there, Cassie?
A little scraped up, a little sore, but
you were literally bloodied after the race. Actually, not even after the race. Saw you a mile 11 and a half, and
yep.
What happened out there?
I don't know, about 5 or 6 miles in, I just wasn't in a rhythm, and I tripped, and then I tripped again, and then I wondered kind of what I was doing. It was a bad rhythm, and on smooth stuff I was tripping.
Really? So what, did you just snap out of it? Did you have to like consciously work through that, or were you like...
Well, yeah, I mean, after you're bloody enough, you kind of wonder, maybe I shouldn't be running today. So
yeah, so how did you get past that?
Well, I didn't know how I'd explain it to everyone else. I think that people would laugh at me. So
you fell and had a little boo-boo and like...
Yeah, not a good enough excuse.
There were no bones showing.
No bones.
But you were bloodied.
Yep.
So how did you get your head back in the race yesterday?
I put music on.
Really?
Really, that kind of did the trick.
And for you, what is that? Is that...
It's just a very mixed thing. Some classical music, some kind of folky music. That's what I listen to.
Keeps you calm and
focused.
Calm.
Yeah, if I think about the words, I'm not thinking about running.
Nice. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yes.
So when did you find yourself back in rhythm? Because even I saw you, it looked externally like mile 20, you still weren't really...
I was really trying to take it easy for the first half. So I thought a lot about my breathing and just about being very comfortable. And then once I was to the top doing that little lollipop, I thought, okay, I can start getting a little more serious about this and not holding back on the downhills and focusing on where I was going to run fast.
So up to that point, you had Stephanie Howe in front of you, and is well established. And then you had sort of a couple people who, with fast pedigrees, but actually no experience at 50 miles.
I didn't even know those girls. So
yeah.
A couple of times I thought it would be nice to catch up with them just to chat with them a little bit. But they seemed kind of like they were on a mission, and I wasn't going to try and push myself early on.
Oh, speaking of chatting, before you started falling, you were running with Stephanie and chatting away?
On the road when it was wide open and easy,
Was that fun to have a little time with her?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, it's good to know, I don't know, what her plans are for the rest of the year. And she was just in Colorado recently, so we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
So relaxed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you come back, do the lollipop, mile 30. Do things actually start clicking? Like, do you feel like you've gotten a good race the second half?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, there is more downhill kind of coming back, but I really felt the downhill where I was able to just kind of go with it, and so things were clicking by, and it was fun to see the terrain and how the day kind of changed between going out in the morning and in the fog, or at least where it was very cloudy, and coming back in the sunshine.
It got a little warm there at the end. Yeah.
A little bit warm at the end, but at least mostly shaded, so that helped a lot.
Yeah. I didn't think to look back at it, but what was your time compared to 2 years ago when you ran?
I think this time was almost 20 minutes faster, and I didn't think that was possible. Actually, I just joined Strava like pretty recently, and it was shocking to see how little I run. I thought, well, I must run at least like 60, 70 miles a week, and that's not true.
Really? So what does a training week look like for you?
Like under 50 a lot of times.
Really?
Most of the time, and that kind of, it made me very nervous for the race because I felt unprepared after knowing that.
But now you can know that high volume might not be what you need.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
Is there a lot of intensity in your training then, or?
No, it's all just going out with friends, and even when I'm with a group of friends, usually at the back of the pack.
So just 50 miles of casual running, and that ends up...
well, maybe training doesn't do me any good, that's all.
Just go out there and race?
I guess so.
Do you have any races coming up over the next couple months?
Yeah, next month we'll be super busy. So TNF Australia, the second week in May, and then the last week in May going out to Annecy for the World Champs.
Nice. What draws you to those?
Well, the opportunity to go to Australia through the Ultra World Tour. I've never been there. It wasn't really on my radar, so that's going to be really cool. And then just a World Championship event, I think, it's always such an honor to be on a national team. So.
You did get a spot in Western States, if you so choose, yesterday. I'm assuming you're not choosing that based on previous conversations?
Probably not.
Probably not. Really? So
Yeah, so I know that my spot isn't going to roll down to anyone else, so
Yeah.
I'm not putting somebody else out by kind of delaying my decision. So I'm going to see how it plays out. I'd like to pace Eliza.
Yeah.
And if she's up for it, then I'll go for that. But if she doesn't want to, maybe I will come to Western.
Wow. So
Yeah.
we have like 2 weeks to make
Yep.
that decision. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, keep us in the loop if you decide to go.
Okay.
That will make it for a very busy next 2.5 months if you decide to do Western States.
It would be. Yeah, after even just next month, I was
What-
planning on just playing all summer and getting out in the mountains. So that would change the plans quite a
Because
bit.
really, if you think about, what is there, only a week in between North Face Australia and
Yeah, 1 weekend free. Yeah, I'll be home for 1 day.
you'll be home.
I was thinking about flying
Why-
all the way
why not
around
just go
the
to-
world, but it's actually a little bit better to come back to Denver for a day and then go the other way.
Laundry, right?
Laundry, yes. Change uniforms.
Change uniform. That's true. You do have to go from, I assume at Worlds, you'll be running in red, white, and blue of some sort? Or?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
That'll be a cool experience, yeah?
I think so. I think it'll be fabulous.
Nice. You have to be, I mean, if you're not confident coming into the race in terms of your fitness, looking at Strava and how little you do, you ran faster than 2 years ago, so
I'll take that.
You're fit, yeah?
Well, I think this is a good springboard. I think that 2 weeks from now I'll be even fitter, and
Yeah.
that'll feel really good.
After the injuries of last year and some bumps along the road, was it nice to get a real solid race under your belt?
Yeah, I had no idea where I was at, and even after Chuckanut, I mean, I gave that a good try, but I really went into that with nothing. So it's just a confidence builder to have a couple of races under my belt now.
Well, congratulations on some good runs, and
Thank you.
good luck in Australia and Annecy.
Thank you.